Anne's Kitchen Corner. On this episode, we're going to be making a really easy soup from Acini de Pepe. It's French. I don't speak French, but I will list the name of it. So here's what it looks like. It's a really small pellet size pasta. And so we're going to make a soup from it. Really easy. Again, soups are always easy. They're the to-go thing that if you want something fast and quick, and if you already have stock or broth in the refrigerator, I'm going to roll my R too, refrigerator. It's the quickest meal out there. So right over here, let me get this lid off, cookie cutter lid. I've got a lot of things going. This is broth I just made, and then over here I got the water boiling. So I got almost a little over a cup of pasta. If you know how to pronounce that, good, because I can't. So we got boiling water. I'm gonna pour the pasta in, and we're going to stir that. I got another pot over here, and this is what the broth is going to go in. So, and I got carrot. I got a little bit of stuff out of this is the kind of soup that use whatever you have left over in the refrigerator. I had some green beans, so I'm going to toss those in. I have less than half, a quarter of a red bell pepper that was used for salad. I'm going to use that for the soup. Got a zucchini or squash. They look the same to me. Got a green bell pepper. A little bit of broccoli left. I think I already pointed out the carrot. So, and I got some collard greens, which this is kale. This is collard greens. Okay, there we go, collard greens. And some cilantro. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shut off this soup. Keep your eye on the pasta. I'm not going to say the name anymore because it's just me murdering it. So I put some, I don't know if you can see this, but if you have any apples that look like they're going, not too bad, chop them in half and put them in there. Now I got carrots in here, so we're going to take the carrots out because carrots are always good. And then I got the chicken, which is really cooked. This is getting hot. I'll put this down here. And now if your pasta seems to be running wild, turn it down. Turn it down to medium. I'll take care of that. You don't need to buy these fancy schmancy, I don't know if that's etiquette for a food channel, but these things they sell you for a lot of money and put on your pot so it doesn't boil over. All you have to do is turn it down. There's no law that says that you have to have it on high all the time. I got mushrooms in here, criminy mushrooms. That's what I call them, criminy. Yeah, let's see. I got a poblano. I'm going to turn that upside down so the broth comes out. There we go. Let's see what else we have in here. Try to use a light. Now the apples, of course, I got some celery, which we're going to take that out too because that's perfectly fine. Now I let this cook for an hour, and if you really want to make it good, let it cook for 2 hours. That's perfectly suitable. There's another mushroom. Sure. There's some more celery. There's a piece of chicken and celery. So we're going to let this cool down. More celery. And there was a jalapeno in there, but it's too far gone. Okay, so here's our bountiful fixings from the soup, which we're going to sit over here to let cool down. And now the pasta's really rolling, a real good rolling boil right now. And it's like, of course, you're like looking at it. Well, I'm looking at it and going, how can you figure this one out? Because look how small it is. So just take a little tiny piece off, really tiny. Still too nutty. Yeah, too nutty. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get we're going to get a strainer. I got this. Actually, let's see. See, I don't got that much room here. We put that right there. We get a ladle. And I have a, oh yeah, I threw it out. Oh, I had a, just going for, we're going for the big stuff here, not the little stuff. So there's it, yeah. Okay, a little bit of a brain for here. I threw my strainer out because it had a bad crack in it, and it was not looking too hot that I wanted to use around food. Okay, now we're working. Hey, and there should be a where is it? There's a garlic bulb in there somewhere. Definitely keep the garlic bulb. That is a must to keep. Never throw the garlic bulb away. Okay, let's get something to put this in. I'll put it in the measuring cup. Okay, let's get a little bit more out. And if you want, if there's any like mushrooms hiding in here, take them out. If there's any celery or anything good you don't want to throw away, take it out. Oh, I think I just found the garlic bulb. Yes, do not throw this away. Let this cool down with the chicken. And then very carefully remove the garlic from it and add it to the soup. Okay, this is rolling. Now this is only on medium. So it's rolling really nice, and now the pasta has gotten a little bit bigger. Make sure I don't burn myself there. I don't know if you can, this is really hard to see, but it's gotten a little bit more puffier and steamier, so we're going to try it again. Ow. Not quite, still nutty. Still has that, I can still feel it. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this to the back. So we're going to turn it medium high, move that to the back, turn this off, oh, leave this on low. Oh, actually no, we're going to turn this off. Put the one on, and we're going to grab our glass bowl here. And we're going to skim this. Because, now see, I don't like skimming the soup in the beginning or as it cooks, because what ends up happening is you end up throwing about 1 to 2 cups of broth away, and that's not good. So what I like to do is I like to skim it all the way after, because it's still all on the top. It's not going to sink to the bottom. Skim it all off, let it cool, put it in the let it cool, put it in the plastic container, put it in the freezer, freeze it, and then scrape off the fat, and then you still have like about 1 cup or 2 of broth left. Yeah, it's a little bit time consuming, but it's worth it, because I think it's worth it. The pasta is really boiling now. One way to see whether the pasta is done. Okay, another thing most people don't know is about pasta. If it looks like it's drying out of water, and you're like, it looks like it doesn't have enough water, add some cold water to it until it stops boiling and you get a little bit raised so it's not that dry. And guess what? It'll start boiling again. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not done cooking. You just let it sit there. It'll start boiling and it'll start cooking again. And you're on a roll. So we're going to take off some more. Now you can be really careful about this, or you can just be, let's see, I think that's enough. And another trick I have is when you're straining the fat off, agitate it and have the light above, and then you'll be able to actually see big chunks of fat or little chunks of fat, and they kind of make it like a nice pretty mosaic. And I think we're done because they're not really clumping that big together. So that's about good. Now you'll see what I mean when, let's see. Now see the fat layer on top? Now look underneath that. That's all you would be throwing away. That's horrible. No, don't throw broth away. Eat broth. Broth's good. That sounds very caveman-like. Okay, so here we have our broth from the broth. That made sense, didn't it? So I'm gonna actually take. Hey, look, my special effects. Woo, special effects. Okay, see the broth? There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is, the carrot is always the timer. The carrot, broccoli, and collard greens are going to be the toughest things in this soup because they're fibrous, very fibrous. So we're going to put that in. Again, this is super, super, super duper easy. This isn't something that is too complicated. It's fast. If you have the broth already made, this is something that's going to go fast because all you have to do is take the broth out of the freezer, thaw it, add everything. So we're going to cut our carrot in half. See? Like that. And then we're going to lay them all flat. Cut those in half again. Oh, might help if I turn this burner on to high. So we're going to bring this to a boil. And then after you're done cutting them in half, we're going to not mince, but cut them sideways. So now they make two little equal parts. You can see that. Toss them in. So cut all that up. And our pasta is going pastafarian. Okay, and another way to figure out whether the pasta is, I'll be right back.